So what was I saying before about this whole thing? About Scheiber and Scheisser? Yeah, that's German for shitter. I think. I know Scheiss is German for shit. Just assuming Scheisser would be German for shitter. Shitter 1, 2, 3, 4. You really want people to know he was that? It just entered my mind. Yeah, because I'm that dirty one. So, yeah. What was I saying before? About how I was comparing this guy's art to Salvador Dali? It's art, but it's just... I can't make out what's going on very well. Okay, this is solid. These aren't. Well, there's actually cracks, so I can tell. Yep. Okay, there I got screwed over because of, well, yeah. The whole... I can't tell what's solid. Yeah, this is definitely, like, abstract art. It's unique. I must give it that. It's unique because, well, are people going to want their stuff to look this strange and convoluted and hard to follow? I don't know. I don't know if people are actually going to want their things to look like this. Yeah, I noticed a bunch of his levels looking like just abstract and odd. Well, I think it was that level before Divine Acropolis, the one with all the trees and forest stuff in the sky and heaven. Yeah, that one definitely is a good example of just abstractness. Oh yay, midpoint. Anything else I can think of? Mount Nubralis looked pretty, like, normal. It looked more normal than some of these other things he's built, and oh, these bridges are solid? I didn't know. Yeah, Mount Nubralis looked more normal than some of the other things he did, but still. But that was a cool looking level. This, not as much, but still. Hey. Okay, I could probably tell what's solid and what isn't. And he's using coins, too. I know, like, the graphics well enough to tell what's solid and what's not. And that's fire. Of course it's gonna hurt you. You're in hell. Of course you're gonna get burned. And crap, I'm on 1 life. That's not good. Let's just grab a bunch of these coins that just got placed around randomly. Until we get, like, enough. Okay, that worked. Let's try and go up here. Okay, not quite like that. Thankfully there's a lot of coins here, so that's one good thing. Yeah, these hopping flames we can actually see, thankfully. So that's good news. This is pretty risky business, that I must say. Okay, now I made it to this part of the level I've never been to before. This is really risky business here, I must say. But at least there's a lot of coins scattered around, so you get a bunch of extra chances just in case you do mess this up. A lot of hopping stuff. Bowser statues, flames, and you can't kill any of it. So yeah, that's gonna get on your nerves pretty quickly. And the fact that I just need to remember that these are completely solid. I need to remember that until I get out of this level where the rules might change again. 'Cause yeah, not all these levels are made by the same person, so yeah, you could expect some weird, wacky-ass rule changes. No power-up still? Oh, there's that platform below. You could expect some strange rule changes, like with what works and how, and oh, come on! It could actually glitch itself through the ground, like... Oh! Please, end! Oh, thanks. That's a pretty... Okay, that's a tough level. Now that feels like... Yeah, that feels like more in place of World 6 than... Wario standing in midair. Defying gravity, I see. Now I get to another place. It looks like hell too. Oopsie, I spoiled a bunch of levels. 38! Violent Execution! Yeesh, that sounds violent. That sounds like a song a death metal band would write. Oh, it's Violet Execution. By Sockbad Replica in Kai 2010. Which I know, by the way. That's Moody X, the guy who put together What the Heck 2 and that creepy eyeless thing that I could never find out. This looks violent. It looks more violent than violet. Violet as in a shade of purple. Violent as in, well, It's violent. So yeah. I think this should have been named Violent Execution. Yeah, I really should have been named that. Everything is trying to execute you, and yes, jumping on stuff like so is violent. Yeah, why is it called violet? I don't see any purple here. I've seen some blue every once in a while, but I guess that's close enough, maybe. Maybe they're colorblind and they see blue as violet, I don't know. I don't know what color blindness that is, even. I know there's a bunch of different ones. Jump. I'll just make sure he doesn't do anything crazy. Ah, midpoint. It's gonna help us to get through all the violence. Okay, that could have been bad. Almost lost the feather right away. And yes, it is a feather. Okay, now I'm actually able to call it feather because it is. Wow. Whoa! I think I know how this was done, though. Must have just put two of those turn block bridges on top of each other to make that work. Why have I not done that before? Really? Why have I not done anything like that? And now, who's next? A fire castle! Made by QB. Yep. This would be the World 6 castle. Using the Switch Palace background again to make something unique, whilst blending it with the castle foreground. And then the Switch Palace background is technically foreground because it's on layer 1, but you can't really interact with it, so I don't know. But the background is really backgrounded. Alright. Lava, because you gotta have it. I don't think it's really a hell castle without lava. Then I don't know what kind of castle that would be if it wasn't a castle with lava in it. So yeah. I guess it would just be some sort of castle, I guess. Yeah, I don't think you could have a hell castle without the lava. It just wouldn't be. Satan would be ashamed. Yeah, considering Satan runs hell, I guess. Now, I honestly want to get, like... Why is, like, a level called Let Me Drown, though? Who wants to drown in lava? Drowning in water is bad enough, but lava... Well, I guess you'll be dead quicker. As well, lava kills you off quicker than water could. Maybe that's it? I don't know. Besides, why am I even carrying a springboard if I wasn't yet forced to use it? If I was never forced to use it. Except I could take it through the pipes, so I'm still curious as to if I'm actually going to use this or not. Maybe we'll find out. Oh yay, feather that I want. That I really want. We get windows from, well, the castle background to, well, add to the decoration and just spice it up more. Yeah, it's doing its job background, which is actually the foreground, but it's tiles you can't interact with, because, well, yeah. I guess that's for spin jumping, so yeah. The block does nothing, so I guess one of the ball and chains just didn't show up from spread overload. Makes the most sense. Midpoint. Now what? More of this, I see. Yeah, the room is different. Whoops. I couldn't quite tell that was ground. I mean, the Switch Palace tiles you use for decoration are actually, like, a very similar color to the foreground. So yeah, I fell right for that trap. I fell right into it, because, well, I couldn't tell. It's something you could probably get. It's something that should probably be looked at. And uh-oh. I'm gonna have to restart the whole level. And no, there's not a whole lot of coins here like in the bridge level. Not a lot of coins here to be found. Unfortunately. And I'm not even gonna get the mushroom, so damn. Let's Let's just try and get across to this platform without dying. And then try and do yeah. Okay, now I'm getting back into the mood of things. Except I need to go! And yes, we did go. Yup. Pipe. Which I want to go in, of course. To end up in a level that I die right away in. That's not good. Okay, I think I can fix this. Give me a moment. I'm wondering if I actually maybe fixed it this time. Yup! Turns out it was a faulty secondary entrance placement. Secondary entrance 016 to level 103, which is the level I'm on right now. I took that secondary entrance, but when I checked it in the editor, the foreground and background placements, I think it was maybe the foreground one that controls this, but FG was at 00 and BG was at 60, so I went on modify secondary entrances, go to secondary entrance 016 to 103, and go and change the 00 and the 60 to C0 and C0, like it usually is when you start a level, normally in, well, just usually where you start a level on the bottom screen. Okay, made the changes and bam, it's fixed. Now what's next? After you complete level 40, you should be taken to a generic level with numbers and pipes. These pipes will take you to any level that you desire, and once that level is completed, we'll start the warp stage. Alright. So after doing all 40 levels, you just play whichever one you want after. That's neat. But we gotta beat 40 before we can get to this warp stage. So this is the last level in the sampler. Ghost by Death C, even though there's nothing to do with C's. Made by me again. And yes, this level's living up to its name. Except to have better music, but hey. Now I want to get the flower, but I'm actually going to sacrifice the mushroom to get the flower. Not the best, not the brightest move in the book, but hey. Well, at least this looks awesome. This is where World 7 would begin. That was the World 6 castle, let me drown. Except I don't know what it had to do with drowning. So yeah, I really want to go for decoration here again. Using grass and ghost house. Mixing grass and ghost house together to get, well, all this. Just using, like, white and blue, eerie shades of white and blue to get that really creepy feeling in there. And this is what came out. Looks pretty well done, I must say. And shoot! I'm not gonna be getting all the dragon points here. Let's just end the level, and then we're gonna be at the generic warp spot wherever. And then the level continues on a bit. Hidden passages a la Metroid. Now let's go in here to probably one of the more unique things. Everything going black, but it does it pretty slowly. This was probably the first time I had this whole idea of using X animation of palettes just to make everything go from normal color to slowly go to black, but then slowly light back up. So yeah, it gets dark a lot. It gets dark a lot in this room. And there were a lot more of, and it was a lot more tricky and claustrophobic with the layer 2 before Egadd said, this isn't gonna work. But now it's just a bunch of turn blocks with spikes all over them that you have to dodge because, well, the spikes are on them. It's still using the layer 2 and putting things on it that you have to dodge, but it's not going to quite the extent that it did before. It's still flashing black and white. Except the bullet bill cannons aren't. I'm gonna have to X-animate those, I guess. And then there's a coin, but... And... where the plant's coming out is actually a reset pipe, just in case you do manage to mess this up. But I didn't. We got more moving blocks like we had in the last room. So this is actually pretty similar to the other room, I guess? Yeah, this is actually pretty similar to the other room. Both rooms were very different, but the second room was so claustrophobic that it was changed out for, well, more of this. We don't want to destroy the collab with, well, that desire to be balls to the wall difficulty guy. Don't want to destroy the collab with the desire to be that guy who wants things to go balls to the wall in terms of difficulty. And Dragon Coin, because why not? Now let's go in here and... Wrong sub-level yet again. This is where the game would end, but no. We're in this level. Well, I guess, will I still get to the warp stage where you can pick any level you want after I get through? Well, this level I've already played. So I'm not gonna just do it without... I'm just gonna take a break. Why would I actually try and beat the same level again twice? I've already done it. Besides, it's faulty midpoint placement. I mean, faulty warp placement. Yet another of these. That's how we got into Sludge Factory so early. It's this. Yeah, it's just this. And then where do we end up? This is the stage. A 1, which takes you to the first level. A 2, which takes you to the second level. 6, 7, 8. So this is the fancy warp stage. It just takes you to the levels in their respective order. Yep. This is the warp stage I was talking about, so if you want to play the levels over again, then you can. But you can do whatever the hell you want this time. Now that we're in the final warp stage, we can just play the levels in whatever order we want. If we want to play them again, but nah. Not a recording. Except, unfortunately, this ROM hack got fucked up. A faulty secondary entrance, faulty warp points, faulty midpoints. Just some abstract design choices, but hell. Some difficulty spikes, some of which I think I could have caused. Because, yeah, I'm that guy. Invisible enemies. And game crash being the worst of all. So, yeah. Of course, I'm not rating everything now. I'm probably gonna come up with an assessment of some sort. That is, if I feel like doing the assessment. Because I don't know how I'll just be giving a verdict to everything I've played in this spree. Honestly, this won't be easy to do. But I'm gonna do it because, well, it's something I'm good at. At least I think. So we're gonna end it here. And then, episode 22, I think, we're gonna come in with some other ROM hack. Actually, there's not a whole lot left I'm going to be playing, because, well, I think the C3 LP3 has been going on for 2 weeks now. Maybe even 3. A lot longer than I had planned for it to go on. So yeah, end it here.